What is good hand technique? What is basic hand technique for a drummer? There are a lot of videos out there about this topic, and I'm not gonna say they are all wrong. I'm not even saying the majority of them is wrong. It's just there are so many aspects being talked about. Möller, push-pull, finger control, rudiments, French grip, German grip, you name it. That sometimes it can get a little confusing. However, if you try to step back and really try to reduce things, you will come up with the result that there are basically only 4 different kinds of strokes that you have to know, that you have to deal with, and that you might want to try to master. So let's get right into it. So the concept of the 4 different strokes is based on the idea that you have to do a bigger movement if you want to do a loud strike on the drums, and that you have to do only a small movement if you want to play rather soft. So what kind of stroke we're actually talking about depends upon whether it's a loud stroke or a soft stroke, and whether it is followed by a loud stroke or a soft one. So the first stroke we're going to talk about is the full stroke. Full stroke because we start up here and we'll finish right up here. So what you're going to do is you hit the drum and you'll use the rebound to let the stick come up. So you're not holding it down, just let the stick bounce and let the stick like kind of pull your arm with it. You have to take the motion of the stick and lift your arm with it. It should look like this. With the other hand. So as you've noticed, the stick is coming right up again. That's when you do a loud stroke, which you just heard, which is followed by a loud one. And for the second loud stroke, you need the stick to be up here again. So instead of keeping it down and lifting it with your own power again, you're just gonna let the stick do the work and pull it back up. So 2 full strokes in a row. I'm just doing the power to go down on the drum. The rest is the stick doing. The second stroke we're going to talk about is the downstroke, which is a loud stroke followed by a soft one or none at all. So again, we start up here, but we finish down at the drum. Not on the drum head. You don't want the stick to touch the drum head when you're not playing. That's not what you should do. You want to keep it like 1 or 2 centimeters or an inch or something above the head. So that's, if you want to call it like that, your base from where we start. So you got the stick up, you do a loud stroke, and then you use your fingers to keep the drum stick down. It should look like this. I'll do it with the right hand. So I'm not pushing it, it's just that my fingers are taking in the rebound. If you would want to do it in a slow motion, it would kind of look like this. It goes down, stick hits the head, goes into the fingers and stays here at the base. That's a downstroke. A loud stroke followed by a soft stroke or none at all. So you keep it at base. The third stroke we're going to talk about is the soft stroke, which is followed by another soft stroke or none at all. That is a so-called tap. So you start at the base once again, and you're doing just a very, very small motion, like you're just tipping the tip of the drumstick onto the head and let it bounce back that tiny little way up. It should look like this. The other hand. All right, that's not too complicated now, is it? The kind of hardest stroke of the 4 kinds of strokes that we're going to talk about is the upstroke, which is a soft stroke followed by a loud one. So you start at the bass again, you want to do a soft stroke, but then the next stroke is going to be a loud one. So you want to lift your drumstick. And instead of playing a tab and then lifting the stick, you do it in one motion. So what you're going to do is you actually just let your wrist flick a little. Just let go for a second while you're lifting the stick. You just let it go for a very short time, and it should look like this while you're going up. So actually, I'm not performing a stroke. I just let go on my way up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play an upstroke followed by a downstroke. So a soft stroke followed by a loud stroke followed by nothing. And that would look somehow like this. On the other hand, so you can basically play all 4 kinds of strokes in a row if you play loud, loud, soft, soft, which would be full stroke, downstroke, tap, and upstroke. Let me show you. So that's it for today. I hope you find this helpful. If you want to see how I apply these techniques, you can check out my latest drum cover right here. Slanchen.